Good morning, church. Pastor Shane here. Hopefully you've heard the news. Church is coming back this coming Sunday, the 2nd of August. So I wanted to shoot this quick video to let you know what to expect as we begin to regather again after our time of isolation. Well, as you arrive at church, you'll be welcomed with a welcome desk, and on that desk there will be a sign-in sheet. If you've registered online for coming along to church, your details should already be on that sheet. So all you'll need to do is sign next to your name. If you haven't done that already, I'd encourage you to do so. And if you'd like the details on how to, just send us a quick email or a message on Facebook and we'll send you through the link to register. But as you arrive at this table, I would encourage you to sanitize your hands before you pick up a pen. Pick up the pen and sign in next to your name. And by signing next to your name, you're doing a couple of things. You're letting us know you've been here for our COVID-19 contact tracing requirements. And you're also agreeing that you are not sick, that you haven't been in contact with someone who's come from a known hotspot in the last 14 days, or someone who has contracted COVID-19. And so once you've signed in on the sheet, it's time to head into church. So once you've signed in, come on into church and find a place to sit. Can I encourage you that if you're a single person or a couple, to consider sitting in the centre section of church first. The reason for that is that our pews aren't actually 1.5 meters apart from one another, and so we're going to have to stagger where people sit in this centre section. And it's much easier to do if you're a single or a couple than if you're a family of like 4, 5, 6 people. And so as you come in, take a seat, make sure you're not closer than 1.5 meters from the person next to you, and make sure there's no one sitting directly in front of you if you're sitting in the centre section. The best way to work out the 1.5 meter distance for the person next to you is to know that our pews are actually 1.5 meters wide. And so keep that pew distance between you and the next person sitting next to you that's not part of your family unit. The seating on the wings have been spaced out 1.5 meters, and therefore if you are sitting on the wings, you are able to sit directly behind someone else and keep the social distancing space. Now, as you arrive at church and you've come in, you've sat down and the service starts, what you're going to know is our service is going to be very similar to what we've been experiencing online. We're going to sing together, we're going to pray together, we're going to hear God's word read and explained, and then after the service, there will be a time of fellowship, but not an organised morning tea. For the first few weeks, as we figure out all the logistics of what's going on in terms of how we do those things safely, there'll be a time of fellowship that you're welcome to bring your own morning tea, but we'd encourage you not to share that with others. Also, during our services, there won't be an organised kids program in terms of kids church, so the kids will be kept in the service during the first few weeks as we figure out exactly if and how we can do that. I'm really looking forward to coming back together as God's people to gather in His church around His Word. And so I'm encouraged to see you on this coming Sunday. If you're unable to come, be rest assured that our service will be also broadcast at 9:30 on our social media feeds, both YouTube and Facebook. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.